Uh, this is James
Uh-huh.
Sullivan, aka Jaimetud, and you gentlemen.
This is Matt Brunet, also known as Animat, creator of Animation Look Back and Animat's Reviews.
This is Morgan Ledger, creator of Vaulting and Kramer of Seinfeld.
And Mr. Shepard, as a thank you for your loyalty as a fan, this is our little gift to you, a live off the cuff commentary of your first ever episode. So, gentlemen, at the count of 3, we will hit play.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1, play.
Where's the audio?
Making movies is
Oh,
a
there we go.
magical method of bringing
There
a
we go.
filmmaker's imagination to life and distributing ideas
Ooh.
to an escape from the pressures of reality
Mm.
among the everyday folk. Exciting visuals, hilarious jokes, powerful messages, and strong character
Harryhausen!
developments aid the viewer in
Harryhausen!
forgetting about the many burdens of the real world. Escape from reality
I still
can
have to
also
see
come
that one.
from simply
Mhm.
staring at majestic paintings and stunning drawings.
Ooh.
Various
Which I have to
colors,
do in college
details,
now.
and
Yeah,
techniques
I had to go through that as
combine to
well.
bring out an artist's ability to copy reality or invent an impossible fantasy. To me, the most
Looks like
superior
a squid.
form of making movies and drawing,
I actually
It's
saw
creating
that
an
painting in
animated
real
feature
life,
film.
actually.
Nice.
animated films can overcome the limits of live-action
It's
feature
a-
films and drawing pictures. All types of animated films, whether they be hand-drawn, stop
Okay,
motion,
so
or computer-generated,
Hmm.
for adults or for
Mhm.
children,
Why does that sound familiar?
from our own world or of a foreign
Yeah.
background,
Yeah.
are capable of being considered classics,
but
As
he's
long as
keeping
they
his
create
eye
enough time,
contact
That-
with the camera.
patience,
That is true.
and judgment into their creation.
I'm surprised. He actually has a really
My
good
name is
audio
Andrew
on,
Shepard.
like when he's on
I am the
camera.
philosopher of
Yeah, I wonder
animation.
how high-tech
This
the webcam
is
is.
animated movie Axioms.
Okay, so he's very focused, very practiced.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
His eyes definitely don't wander a lot. That's good so far.
Yeah.
Oh, Miyazaki.
Bright eyes.
Burning
Nice.
like fire. Thank you, stars.
Totoro!
Oh, brother.
It is the Pony Man.
No
He's in
comment.
Fern Gully. Oh, yes.
You can't go wrong with Don Bluth.
Yeah. You really can't go wrong with Don Bluth.
Yeah, because it's too late to do a lore.
Well, Thumbelina.
Yeah. I guess it's too late to do a Lorax joke, seeing how Ferngully has passed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Mark Twain.
A moment ago we saw Grave of the Fireflies, I believe that was.
Yeah.
Mm.
That is one dark movie, if you guys ever
Like
seen
one of the
it.
most depressing films ever.
I don't know. The Plague Dogs is more depressing.
Well, yeah.
Is that a painting?
Is that him? Is a
Normally, I have a much bigger interest in finding obscure,
someone drew that.
lesser-known
Hmm.
animated films to show my deep
Impressive.
interest in these
looks like
movies.
watercolor.
It's not.
Seeing how this
It's
is my
not
first
digital,
episode,
but
however, I decided
I'm
to start
impressed. It's
with a movie
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
that
I've never
many
seen
of
like
you
a
will probably
title
have more
card.
familiarity with,
Um,
especially
used
seeing how it's come from one of the biggest names in animation
like in a
history.
practical way.
From the way I see it, the first company which pops up in everyone's mind the minute they hear the term animated film is Walt Disney Animation Studios or Pixar.
Now that
Animation
sounds
Studios.
familiar as well.
This
Yeah.
makes a whole lot of sense because Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is more well known than The Adventures of Prince Ahmed. And Toy
Ahmed?
Story is way more
Ahmed.
well known.
The Dead Terrace had a movie?
What better way to start than with my personal favorite
That explains
of
so
the 51
much.
films featured
kill
in the
you.
Walt Disney Animated Studios
They
filmography.
paid me $4 million
My
to
favorite
star in this
is a
movie.
fairly
They told the
recent film of
producers,
theirs,
if you
which
screw
is
up
very
anything in my
passionate in the way
biography,
it
I
portrays
kill
its
you!
powerful theme and makes extraordinary use of its hand-drawn animation style. Released on November 22nd,
Very true.
1991, today's review is Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, now we get some
Okay.
originality here.
A young
Yeah.
prince named Adam
Oh, there's
Review
lives in a
synopsis.
majestic castle where he has everything his heart desires. Despite his gifts and wealth, he is really spoiled and arrogant among his servants and the people living in the castle. One night, an enchantress transforms him into a hideous beast.
Oh, little bit of trivia. The piece of writing under the stained glass window,
beast for the rest of his life.
Yeah?
that's Latin for "He who conquers will be conquered."
If he can fall in love and be loved,
That might
before
be
the last
interesting
petal
for
of
my
an
next
enchanted rose
for the
falls on his 21st
animation
birthday.
look back Disney Studios.
A young woman named Belle
Plus?
lives in a small French village close to the beast's castle. Despite the attention she brings among the townfolk from her beauty, Belle is often ridiculed by the public for her love of reading and imagination. One day,
I know,
Belle's father Maurice
reading books
gets
are
lost
for
in the
losers.
forest and is chased by
Yeah.
wolves while he is traveling to an adventure.
It's not like they bring on
He seeks
imagination or
shelter in the
anything.
beast's castle
Yeah, I
and is
know,
taken
man.
prisoner by the beast.
Anyone who doesn't like
Accuses him
books
of
doesn't have any
trespassing.
balls.
No one reads the manual
Later
these
on,
days.
Belle goes searching for her father.
That's
after his
why
father
I-
Not
arrives
the,
at their
uh,
house
the
without
Real men
him.
don't need instructions.
When she arrives at the castle, she offers
saying
to
that?
be the beast's prisoner in exchange for her father's
Do you get the
freedom.
feeling like he speeds up
At
like
first,
the clips?
Both Belle and the beast are
A
resentful.
little. I mean, it might be
Where
the
Belle
frame
will
rate
not
of
accept
the
the
film
beast.
he's using.
Yeah,
Out
like,
at his fierce
I don't know,
attitude
like the frame
and
rate
hideous
seems to be like
appearance.
a lot quicker.
And the beast
Yeah.
sees Belle as too stubborn to see his true nature.
It's been a while since I've
After
seen
the
this
beast
movie,
rescues
but
Belle from attacking
wolves,
both
It also
Belle
seems
and
like he's
the
using
beast
the
begin
Blu-ray
to form a
release. Just
powerful
looking at the
friendship
quality
with
here.
one another. Beauty and the Beast is
Because I remember
such a
the scene
wonderful
where
movie.
Maurice
It's
confronts the
got
beast being a
everything
lot
I
darker
love
in
about
shadows.
animated films present.
mhm.
This movie was
maybe.
released
Mm.
right around the time Disney was going through their major success period in the early 90s, known as the Disney Renaissance. Right after they were recovering from a series of failures released throughout the 70s and 80s.
I wouldn't say they're failures. I mean, I'd say there were a
Although
few that
Little
were
Mermaid
modestly
is considered
successful.
the start of the Renaissance,
Well, the only ones
for
they
achieving both
released
critical and financial success.
during
I
that
think
time
Beauty
with
and
the
Beast
Rescuers,
involved Disney taking
the
a
Black
much further
Cauldron,
step,
Oh, yes.
Oliver and
creating an animated
Company,
masterpiece.
and yeah.
The only one I think I remember that bombed big time was Black Cauldron. Even I still like that film.
First is the movie's main protagonist.
I find the Black Cauldron
Belle is one of
okay,
my
but
favorite
Yeah.
Disney
I don't know. For me,
and
it's like
characters
it's the
overall.
characters that are more bland,
the
except
start
for
of
the
the
Horn
film,
King. He's amazing.
You can tell
Oh,
how much
John
personality she
Hurt.
has. Not only is
Truly
Belle
deserves
beautiful,
a spot at the number
but she
6 in
also
my
has
top
many
10
influential
scariest
traits,
Disney moments.
which
Oh
support
yes,
her character.
couldn't agree more.
She's smart.
I'm sorry, I missed
very
that.
caring,
Which one?
and able to look after herself.
The Horn King.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yes.
One of my all-time favorite actors from Ireland.
The people of her village, purely obsessed about her
yeah.
beauty,
He's still around. He
but fail
does
to view her
the
as one of them
Be
on
mine.
account of her unique
you know, he still
interests.
does voice work, believe it
She
or not.
strives for
He
acceptance,
does he does a
but isn't
character
sure
in
where
the
she'll find it.
series Merlin called the Great Dragon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's really good too.
Yeah,
Nice.
John Hurt.
Mm. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Despite her caring nature and intelligence,
Is that still
there is
running?
one
Yep.
minor flaw in her character,
What?
Ah.
which serves as her character development throughout the course of the film. Though
Yeah,
she's
because I
not
saw
necessarily
first
mean to
couple of
anyone,
episodes of that. It was
Belle
pretty
starts
good.
off
Mm.
acting somewhat stubborn,
Oh,
with
alright.
others,
They're already in season
especially
4.
with the film's other main
Oh
protagonists.
wow.
Yeah.
Unlike Belle, the Beast,
So
or Prince
as
Adam,
I'm watching this, I'm
is inconsiderate,
thinking
not very bright.
his
and a bit
dictation
weak-minded.
sounds pretty good, pretty
On the
straightforward.
Yeah.
He is depicted as a
Uh,
brutal and savage
The
monster
editing is
with
actually
a
pretty
ferocious
tight,
temper.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
and
However,
I
In
think
relating to the movie's theme,
he's got an
even at
analytic.
the beginning,
he's,
the viewer
gone
gets
to the
a
analytical
sympathetic
tone.
side to
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just basically
Crazy.
looking into it and just not doing this
He's
linear
very
style
harsh to
thing.
Belle, and unsuccessfully
Like
tries
not
to
doing
make
the
friends with
nostalgia
her.
critic style
By
review.
really
Yeah,
forcing her
yeah.
into
Which
doing
is good,
something
which
with
is really
him.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see more of those.
Mm.
Every time he wrongs Belle or frightens her,
You know, personally, I
Drowns
find the
himself
Beast to be like the
in shame.
greatest Disney character.
Yeah.
I mean, like we see a lot of different character developments from him, and like, even though like he's, you know, he's
the first
mean
time
and like
we
he's
see a big
like,
shift in the Beast's
yeah, mean to
character.
Belle and all that
as well
stuff.
as
Like he's
Belle's,
tough and stuff like that.
occurs
Like we
after
can
he
understand.
rescues her.
Like we fear him, and yet we
Belle
sympathize
thanks
him
the
at the
Beast
same
for
time.
saving her
Mm.
life,
Mhm.
and the
That-
Beast
that's what-
thanks Belle
It's a shame because I wish I watched this movie more.
That's why I
At
find
this
just
point in
of
the
all
movie,
time.
both of them are aware of the deep
No
feelings they had
special
for
edition
him.
footage.
And the
Oh,
beast,
there we
who
go,
now
there we
is
go.
a friend, begins to learn about gratitude.
Uh,
Now, while the movie's two leading characters both go through a positive character development, what do you suppose?
A
goes
lot
to
of
character
people
development
hate this
of the
film,
movie's
I've discovered.
main villain?
really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because?
In relating
Is it
to the
because of
common
that?
flaw of human nature,
Is it because of
where
the
beauty is
Stockholm
viewed more
syndrome
on the
thing?
outside than on the inside,
Well,
the main
it's
villain, Gaston,
not
is
really
seen as a
described
hero
as
to the
that, but
townfolk
per
for his
se, but
intelligence in fighting and killing things, his
they
handsome appearance,
just
but
some
can be
people
seen
really
by the
think
audience,
that the
as well as Belle,
impression
as a
that
conceited, arrogant
this gives to girls in terms of relationships,
Yeah, you deserve the
you know,
best
that
therapist.
you can.
The way Belle refuses to
Okay, a
accept
joke.
Gaston's
Hooray!
considerations
Your
offered
first
to
joke and
marry
it was
him
good.
gives the audience an
Mhm,
early
I
idea
think.
of how talent and looks
Yeah.
can't really determine if someone
well,
will
it's,
make a good friend or
It's just
lifetime
that
partner.
if you follow Belle's example, you could end up in an abusive relationship. And yes, I can.
Like
While I
most
can understand that,
antagonists, in character development, he just goes
I
from
interpreted
bad
it
to
the other way
worse.
around.
Once a
Mhm.
jerk,
So,
Just
Gaston transforms himself
he
into
needed,
a real
I
villain.
he needed
After
saving.
he
I'm pretty
gathers the
sure
people who
that
admire him to
Belle would have
support
gotten
the
out of that
unnecessary
relationship if he
arrest
just
of Belle's
didn't
father,
wise up.
Maurice,
yeah. That
unless
reminds me
Belle
too
will marry
of
him.
another situation
Then
where
attack
something
the
like that
beast,
happened, where
whom
in
he
Sesame Street
accused
they had a
of
song
being
called "I
threat,
Want a Monster to Be
even
My
though he's
Friend,"
never met the beast.
Oh.
and they never aired that again because of an offending lyric, which seemed a little adjacent to, how should I say this, Herbertism.
Gaston's character also
Oh my God,
illustrates
really?
I'll put
the
it that way.
consequences
I'm
of
not
believing
gonna
a
say
false
it because I
leader.
vaguely remember something. It was something
The
like,
villagers who
I'll,
support
Can you
Gaston
write it down at
make
least?
themselves
if I recall,
into
it's
villains,
something
agreeing
like
with
I'll.
Gaston's
Just wanna know.
selfish belief
Hold on a
to
second.
threaten the innocent beast. And look what could have been prevented if
Here
you
we
guys
go.
had just listened to Belle.
Another good joke.
Oh yeah, here it is. If I make friends with a friendly monster, I'll let him bounce me on his knee. I'll let him do whatever he wants to,
Never judge a
especially if he's
leader
bigger
based
than
on
me.
his skills. Be sure to judge his intelligence first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Though this movie has lots of really good supporting
Skip to
characters
1998, where that
to
song
me,
was
the characters of Belle, the Beast,
redone
and
by
Gaston,
En
the
Vogue,
primary ones
and
who
they had
shaped the
some much
development
more
of its intended
friendlier
theme
lyrics.
the best.
Why
So
did they
with
do
that out
that
of the way,
earlier
let's move on to this
perplexes me.
movie's superb soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Soundtrack analysis.
Hooray!
Film composers
Oh,
Alan
God bless
Menken
Howard Ashman.
and the late Howard Ashman
Oh yeah.
turned
Mm.
this movie into the theme song.
You know,
of
Howard
their
Ashman is
careers.
actually my sister's hero.
The music of this movie
Like she
immediately
actually
comes
told
to my mind when I think of either one of the two.
me that like who made
Though
the
it's
Disney
tragic
Renaissance.
that
Yeah.
this was Howard Ashman's last film.
I wouldn't
before
say
he
that's
passed
really
away
true, but
after the film's completion.
like he did a good
It seems
he
appropriate
really
that he
did
would
an
pass
amazing,
his
fantastic
legacy on
job with
with a
the
great
with the
repertoire of
music
songs.
Mm.
and the soundtrack. You know.
First is
I recall
the
hearing
opening
him singing a
number
demo
dedicated to
of
Belle,
Part of Your World.
where we hear both
I have
positive
never
Mhm.
cried
but
so much in my
mostly
life hearing
negative
that.
opinions about her.
Really?
Yeah,
from the
that and
town
also
folk.
the deleted Proud of Your
we
Boy
find
song.
out why Belle is special.
It was
yet
like,
somewhat
wow,
odd.
this guy really knew what he was going for.
Oh yeah.
Then
Yeah, I
there
remember
is the
seeing like a
number
deleted
dedicated
scene
to
of
Gaston
Waking Sleeping
during his
Beauty, that
pre-villainous
documentary about the
moment
Disney
of the film.
Renaissance.
Yeah, I own that
There's-
Which
too.
dwells further into his eccentric.
There was
yet
one deleted
commendable
scene where
nature.
it's like half
Thus later,
of the deleted
leading him
scene
to
was
commit
literally
graver actions.
them crying over the death of Howard Ashman.
Oh
The
my
short,
goodness, a hairy
yet
chest.
touching number, Something There, serves as the perfect way of showing the climax.
No one's
where
chest
both
is
Belle
hairier.
and the Beast
Except
discover
mine.
the true natures of one another
Yeah.
and have now become friends.
Except that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a weed whacker.
What's there,
Finally,
Mama?
there's the dramatic and threatening mob song, where Gaston is endowed as a full-fledged
He seems to be
villain,
going through these
supported
songs
by a group of
pretty well.
egotistic followers.
Mm-hmm.
With its detrimental lyrics and grim emotion, there is a vast sense of victimization among Gaston and his followers in a non-sympathetic fashion.
His
Now, as with most Disney
followers.
soundtracks, this movie has its share of rousing ensemble numbers.
Well,
Songs
fans
that
are
Interesting
get the
choice
followers,
of
audience
I guess.
engaged, to have fun, lots of dancing, lots of
It's the
entertainment,
cult of Gaston.
and
Yep.
sometimes
All
they may
praise the hairy
detract a little from the
chest.
plot,
We shall now
but
obey you by
generally
eating
have
12 dozen
something to do with the
eggs.
movie later on.
Well done. Now, bring me the ostrich so we
In
can
the
all
case
have
of this
omelets.
film, that song is the
We shall all
energetic
die of
Have
salmonella.
you seen like the YouTube posts of
Sung by
Gaston?
the
Those are
supporting furniture
I
hilarious.
think I've seen one or two of those.
This
There's like a
song
video
is
game one,
literally
which I thought was
full
really
of
well
Yeah.
done. It was like Dragon's Lair
It's
style or
performed in the
something.
style of a modern Broadway
I remember
hit,
one of my
which
favorite
works
lines in those
considering that the
YouTube posts
film's
is
time
like,
period is
and
way
now
out of
that I've
league.
grown, I eat
The
Bob.
scene features not only really good music, but remarkable animated
And then you just see
choreography
Gaston
and
like
some of the
trying
most
to eat
colorful
Babar
animation in the
whole.
movie.
Sheesh.
Overall, Be Our Guest only slightly detracts the viewer from the somewhat serious
Only a few
tone
seconds
of
left.
the
Try to get
film,
part 2 ready.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
fits in with the movie
I wonder what he's gonna say about human
its
again.
inviting tone and encouraging lyrics.
Oh yeah.
The song
Yeah.
sets the viewer up for
Will
a
he talk
drastic,
about human again?
I don't
promising
know.
change
We're gonna have to
in
find
the
out.
tone of the castle setting.
I mean, he did use a scene from it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got the part 2 booted up here.
Okay, where are you? Hello, we're part 2. Oh, there you are.
Part 2?
There you are. There you are.
Okay.
Oh,
you
I hit
got
the
part 2, Matt?
advertisement. Shoot. All right, hold on a second.
Here it is.
Okay, I got it open.
Okay.
Hold on, I didn't get it yet. Can you guys send me a link or something?
Oh,
I just sent the link. There it is again.
Oh, hey, thank you.
oh yes, this is the again thing.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, play.
While Be Our Guest sets the viewer up for the shift in the mood of the castle setting, Human Again
And we're back.
establishes the castle
Hello,
as a
peoples.
more welcoming environment.
Wait,
The
did
song
you
was
did you play
composed
like
by
the
both Mencken and
did you
Asher,
play the
while the
video
movie
or
was in
did you
development,
mean like play
but
the
dropped from the script due to the
Play
creators
the video.
thinking it would create
Play the video.
complications with the plot of the film.
Okay, good. No, I was like, wait a minute.
All right, all right.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
we
is-
are
this
watching
is
it,
Human
yes.
again.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is human
Luckily, the song was
again.
revised
Yeah.
Ouch.
and inserted in the 2002 re-release
Hmm.
of the film. Because the song only centers on the
There,
furniture
it's also
cast
on the Blu-ray as
and their
well.
own
Yeah.
dreams, the song does detract a little from the story.
A
Still,
little.
The song manages to fit in with the film's context since the castle
A
setting
tiny bit.
is in a
Yeah.
I
more
mean,
welcoming mood.
I can understand it. I can understand why it would be made, but I can understand why they would take it out as well.
Yeah, personally for me, I remember when I first saw it, immediately when I got the DVD, I just popped
Out
it
of
in and
all
I
the
just skipped to
musical
that scene.
numbers,
And when it
the
was done, I
Ballroom
was
Dance
like,
theme song is truly
Huh?
the soundtrack's first place.
this
champion.
is the great number everyone was hyping up about.
Yeah.
that was literally my reaction. I was like, okay, that's 5 minutes. All right.
I was like,
It's no
Led by
scarecrow
Angela
dance, but
Lansbury's
Yeah.
angelic voice,
Mm.
and set to Mencken's authentic
I've got something
composition.
better for you.
It makes a 3-minute
This is the
section of the movie
morning report.
Please, oh
bittersweet and
god.
strange,
oh my
finding
god.
you can
I
shame,
remember I
and learning you were
I
wrong.
remember I heard that
The
in
reason
the
this film
the
is
Broadway.
so memorable
I find it
among
really
all the
cheesy.
classic Disney films.
You know what could have been
I'm
worse?
glad they took it.
The scene
You know what could have
and
been?
this
You know what
song
could have been
are
worse?
so breathtaking.
What?
8 years from
and
now,
beautiful.
they re-released
It
Beauty and the
makes me wanna
Beast
find
with the
my true
Donkey
love.
song
I'm
from the
destined for
Tintin
it.
movie.
And ask her to dance with me.
Group film. Oh no!
The ultimate nightmare. It's like right after
The
Belle's
last part of
song.
the soundtrack, which I want to commend,
That would be
brief,
hilarious.
yet powerful
No,
instrumental
no, no.
compositions.
The asylum
present
owner,
during
he
many
does
of the
the
movie's
pedo granny
transitional
face.
Yes.
Most notably,
Like,
during the movie's opening prologue sequence.
I love it. And then you see him like nodding, doing the pedo face.
Mm.
Maybe the next
just somewhat moved
maybe the next Beauty and the
hearing that
Beast will
chilling
include
composition. Set to the dynamic
Party
speech of
time.
the narrator
Oh
and the
no.
vivid
Oh wait,
stained
he's
glass
talking about
artwork,
instrumentals now. That's
all of
new.
which I
Ooh.
tend to
Okay,
use.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually good.
The instrumental
Mhm,
melody
that's something
is
fresh.
so
Yeah,
distinguishable
very
from
rarely
That's
previous
really
use
nice.
in all of Disney's past projects. And the only other Disney films I've heard wonderful instrumental music for, which I loved passionately, where the Lion
I mean,
King,
I don't even
The
talk
Hunchback
about
of
the
Notre
music in my
Dame,
reviews.
and
That's
Tarzan.
actually interesting.
In
Yeah.
presenting a positive review of an animated film,
I think when it comes
one
to
must never leave out
scores,
the most
there's
important
one
factor
person in
that
question
makes the
I always
creation
enjoy.
of the
I
film
consider him to be the
possible.
John Williams
Aside from
of animated
vast
films and
revolutions
others
in
here and
song
there.
and story, the Disney
Does James Newton
Renaissance
Howard
reintroduced
ring a bell?
the hand-drawn animation style
Yes.
like never
Dinosaur.
before. In Beauty and the Beast, some
Oh
of the most
man,
impressive use
yes,
of this
of
style
course.
is present.
And he also did Signs too.
Animation
And finally,
analysis.
Hooray.
Sounds
Several
like
efforts
another
of this
show.
movie
Wait a minute,
commended.
isn't that your show?
Yeah.
Let's not forget its one nonverbal aspect.
Isn't that your show?
Which made Beauty and the Beast the full step forward
Animation
into the
analysis?
Disney
No, it's
Renaissance
animation
period.
look back.
Not only are the characters
I
and
think-
backgrounds drawn
I
well,
think you were thinking of
they are detailed
animated
to perfection.
Yeah, the
analysis.
Stevens
from the stained
series.
glass
Yeah,
to the detrimental
Yeah.
gargoyles and statues, the
Mhm.
Beast's castle is a visual feast of
Yeah,
creativity.
So
Despite the
I
chilling
think
mood present.
we're catching a few
Even in the
a
moments
few things here
outside
and there
the
that
castle,
are similar.
there is so much dimension in the presentation of the settings.
Probably.
Yeah.
Take the
Mhm.
pastures
Like
and
what?
woods present during the reprise of Belle's
Well,
Thunderer. The way the environment
earlier
is
on we
designed is
noted
practically a Claude Monet
his
painting come to
opening
life.
hand-drawn, computer animated.
Somehow,
or-
this just never seemed present
Oh,
in
yeah,
Disney
yeah,
films featuring
Mhm.
forest backdrops after Bambi, where everything looked so
Right.
detailed and rich.
And I do have to admit, something that's similar is
Speaking of
I
good
found an
details
element
and
that he might have
backdrops,
taken
The
from
transformation scene
Animat's
of the
reviews.
Beast back into
Have you ever
Mhm.
noticed he
is one of the
took
most
like
spectacular
he's analyzing
scenes
each different
I've ever
thing
witnessed
from
in
story,
hand-drawn
animation, the characters,
Let
the
alone, I don't
soundtrack.
think
Yeah.
Disney's made something this spectacular since anything
Mhm.
seen in Fantasia.
That's another
The
thing that I
castle and the
noticed.
beast
Hmm.
are both transformed on screen in a series of shots that are
So
so
it's a very
colorful,
analytical
so
show.
majestic, and so heavenly that
There's
it
one funny
superbly
joke.
displays what top-notch hand-drawn animation is capable of achieving.
I always thought it's interesting how these
It
characters
should be
turn
noted
back and
that
they
this is
still
the second
look
project
like
of Walt Disney Animation Studios
Mm.
to utilize
they,
cats.
they still look
or
like
computer
their
animation
old selves.
production.
There's only
And
one
assisting
character
with
we
its
don't
animation.
see though, and that really bugs me at the
The
end.
first film to use
Hmm.
this
The
process of
the
animation
wardrobe.
was The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, that's true.
Every time I
It was
see that
used
movie, I'm
for
like,
an epic
where is she?
creation of
Where is she?
breathtaking flight scenes,
Mm.
was reused to exalt a
I
beautifully
know
crafted
it's
design
an awesome
of one of the
film.
most
Yeah.
touching romance scenes in movie history, let alone the most touching in animation history.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I say there's a
Third
lot of touching
dimension
scenes
look
in Up.
of the ballroom blends
Mhm.
perfectly with the second dimensional
That-
design.
I remember every time I
Belle
see
and
that
the
thing, I
Beast.
just couldn't resist just watching
What I
it.
admire most
the
about
ballroom
the
That
Disney's
is,
animation use is that whenever it is used,
You know,
it makes this
The
movie
CGI there
one
is
of the
just
most
gorgeous.
Actually heard at
realistically
Disney World
sought-out
Room.
hand-drawn projects in the pre-motion capture image era.
Huh, huh, huh.
I never got a chance to watch this movie when it was re-released in 3D a few months ago.
Me
But
too.
personally, I think it's better off being
me
viewed
too
in
as
its
well.
traditional look.
I have the
from the
Blu-ray,
day
so
of
I
its
don't mind.
release.
Yeah.
I saw it in the
adding
theater
more
when it
third-dimension
first
look in
came
the movie
out.
would probably
I think
only
when
distort
I
its
think when it
wonderful
comes to
appearance.
doing films in re-release in 3D, it depends
And
on
now
the
I've
for
given
his
this movie
final
so much
thoughts of the
appreciation, it can
that
best be
sounds so
described
familiar.
as Disney's
Film.
return to the time when Walt was still alive. Walt wanted to do an animated adaptation of this story.
That
Never
is true.
lived to see his wish come true.
hmm
And in granting their
He
founder's
tried to.
wish,
He attempted
Walt
to
Disney
do one
Animation Studios
twice,
granted themselves
and
with a
he
period
didn't
of
really
success.
succeeded. Once
When I look
after
back
Snow
on
White,
when I was in
and
grade
another
school,
during the
I
50s.
just can't believe I refused to watch this, nor any movies revolving around
Oh,
a princess
Trivia
heroine.
fact. This shot here,
Luckily, though,
it's actually a
as the movie's
quote-unquote
theme song
Cinderella.
claims,
No, it's a quote-unquote
it's
borrowed
wonderful to be aware that you can always
animatic
change.
from Sleeping Beauty.
And seeing how I'm a young adult,
Yep.
Mm.
and I have lots and
Hooray
lots
for
of
recycled
movies
animation.
I still really want to check out, I feel even
I
more
think they
blessed to
require.
have the
I think they
privilege to morph my
recycled
tastes around.
that scene from Sleeping Beauty in
And
Princess
this
and the Frog.
wonderful
I'm
movie,
not sure. Maybe
given
it's
all the
Cinderella,
praise it
but
deserved,
there's this one scene
I hope
that's
you
like
enjoyed my
they're
first episode.
they were
I'm the
dancing
philosopher
and
We
of
did.
animation, and I
and
believe
I
that
think they
animation is the
recycled
most
the
superior
animation.
form of
It
art
showed.
and movie making. See you next time on Animated Movie Axioms.
Yay!
Hooray!
Oh wait.
Okay,
oh, no
Andrew.
rating?
By the way,
Oh, there's no rating. Okay.
No, he just basically just says it's a good film, gives his reasons why, and ends it, I guess. That's
Alright.
standard.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, Andrew, a pretty decent job with your first episode. What do you say, guys?
I'd say it's done pretty fine.
I say for I really do enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. I'm really surprised of the quality of his like when he appears on camera. Like the audio is actually really good. Even I couldn't do that with my camera. Like the analytical thing, I find it pretty good as well. They're like the only critic that I would have is sometimes like he should try to control a bit of the clips that he's using a bit, because like at the beginning it was like we barely heard anything, and then suddenly it's like boom, we hear the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
And another one is that it kind of shows that he's taken a few elements from other shows like Huey's animated reviews and also Animat's reviews at the same time. But other than that, it's pretty enjoyable. Like the more episodes will come, I'm sure like the more he'll learn.
Yeah.
And it'll be better.
It's really not
better.
Yeah, it's really not easy when you're trying to develop your own style. So it is really understandable when it comes to doing your own material, like categories and stuff like that. But yeah, over time, I think he will nail this certain style that will definitely, scream, "This is who I am," so forth, and develop off of that. But the analytical take, it's a really nice break from the traditional reviewers that go the caustic critical route. So I'll give him points for that. And another thing with the editing too, and this is something Sam brought up in the comments. If you scroll down, you'll see it there. It's mostly editing, and editing. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very tight. It'd be great if, as he's narrating, there's like a piece of music underneath it, like a piece of score or a number to accompany it, which would make it more.
Yeah.
Well, again, it depends on the software he's using. So.
Adobe, no, not Adobe. I mean, Windows Movie Maker or iMovie or something like that. It would be hard to do.
It really would be. I mean, I use Premiere Elements, and that's advanced as I'll get to doing anything in terms of professional quality. So I can understand problems like that when it comes to using Movie Maker, how it's hard to control certain aspects of audio and stuff like that. Trust me, I've been there.
Yeah, I think.
What about you?
Mine.
Yeah.
As far as the analytical take on it, I kind of thought maybe that was somewhat inspired by From Pages to Pictures, but then I think maybe as well, it could be a little bit from all of us. So
I'm not the only one who does analytical reviews.
Yeah.
I know. People came across and did that long before I did.
Don't be hipster about it. Don't be the one who calls yourself Mr. Analytical Reviewer.
But in all seriousness, I've encouraged Andrew to take this opportunity and try his hand at this, and I think for a first episode, for a first shot, this is pretty good. He needs one thing I'm still gonna suggest is Andrew, keep finding that
middle
not
ground.
necessarily a gimmick, but that one style that makes you stand out, and I know you can do it. I mean,
find a unique feature on your reviews.
You have something good, develop more upon it, and then eventually it will mold into something unique.
Yeah. Find something that inspires you, something that nobody else does, and go with that.
trust me, it took me a while to find that foreground, and I'm pleased at where I am.
Yeah. All right, then. With that, we will bid this commentary adieu.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Good job.
Thanks.
I like it, dude.
Yep.
Can't wait for more.